Sometimes I want to live in an alternate reality where Lionheart stayed down, won the belt, refused a rematch, became a best-selling author. Yes, that would be a silly reality, but it would be funny. If John had decent boxing that works with his takedown threat, like an Islam who can hang with Poirier, then I'd probably pick him against Aspinall, but his terrible boxing defense would get him KO'd. I was extremely surprised, chat, that he wasn't boxing the face off of Stipe. Anyone else? He was peppering his jab out there. I was very surprised he wasn't like hitting him with a clean 1-2 and then a hook behind it and then slipping and landing an uppercut on Stipe and moving. It's actually interesting how shit his boxing is. But we've always said that. We've always said that about Jones. Long arm merchant. Stipe literally needs hip surgery and couldn't even throw a calf kick. Dude, Stipe can't throw a kick above the waist. What are we talking about here, man? In big 2024 in the UFC, we got a heavyweight contender that has boxing only. You don't shoot offensively. You don't low kick. Stipe can't throw a kick above the waist. Stipe literally, I'm sad that because Jones saying fighting Tom doesn't do anything for him. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. It does, though. That takedown only came from really bad footwork from Stipe. Dude, Stipe let John get his lead leg behind Stipe's lead leg. Watch back the trip at the first round, the Osotogari trip. Jones steps in and Stipe's planted there with his feet on the ground. And Jones literally steps in and then steps in again beyond Stipe's lead leg. Oof, it was kind of sad to watch. I love Stipe, but he shouldn't have been in that fight, man. Nah, the Stipe respect. Dude showed up to a fight no one wanted, looking like shit, and then went, I'm retiring, thank God, as if he was forced to fight. He prevented us from seeing what Jones... I know. But I love Stipe. He's a cool dude. He's a firefighter. He doesn't need to be. He's a millionaire, and he's still out here saving lives every day. So I will always have respect for Stipe Miocic. Prime Jones versus the true marauder, JIRI. Probably Jones would be able to pin him down in that fight, but JIRI would make it dangerous as fuck for sure. Jones' only option. I could actually see JIRI charging in and getting hit with a spinning elbow by Jones in his prime. So that's something. I could see Jones hitting him with a step-in elbow. Something like that. So, I don't know. We say JIRI until JIRI charges in like a retard, you know? Impression of Chandler going home after losing to Charles and seeing Hap and Ace sat on the couch, smoking backwards and drinking Hennessy. All right, guys. We're just going to... I'll read them out, but I'm not going to get into all that. We'll leave it a week or two after his loss, man. You know what I mean? Did you see KRON GRACIE versus Bryce Mitchell confirmed? Ugh. Yuck. I mean, I'm rooting for Bryce, but yuck, dude. Why are they giving KRON fights that are, like, good? He doesn't deserve shit like that. There's so many contenders at featherweight that deserve it. He ain't done shit. I hear every media outlet calling Chandler a savage just because he didn't backslam again. Dude, they just pandered to him because he's embarrassing us as well. When in reality, he shouldn't want to be in that position. I know, yeah. But he slammed. And you know what I will say? He's pound for pound the strongest guy in the UFC. Standing up in round 5 like that of a fight with Oliveira on your back twice over, that is insane. So I do respect him. Thank you for the $5, but yeah. They are pandering to Chandler again. Do you think there's any chance Jones is still on roids or some under-the-radar jazz? There's a chance he's still on them, obviously, yeah. I think it's suspicious that he took the 3 years off. Because remember, USADA don't need to alert us when someone pops for something. And he took like a good 2 years off before the conversation about him moving up to heavyweight really took place. You know, he just dipped 2 years and then bulked up to heavyweight and just showed up with a belly, basically. He was 230 something on the scale against Thingy. He wasn't bulking up to 265 or anything. John said he developed that spinning kick because he didn't have knockout power. I wish more fighters would think like that. True. Stipe, throw something other than punches. 1-2, 1-2, that's it. Stipe should have used the body shots he used on DC. He landed a few, but yeah, you can't really do that. You don't want to be going for body shots like that when Jones has got elbows and shit and knees up the middle. Little different than DC. DC's not going to catch him with a well-timed knee as he goes for it or a elbow over the top, you know? Chandler Moicano. No. Winner of Moicano Pimlet against Oliveira. Chandler can fight for SEM. Chandler should fight Gamrot or... No. Nope. Back at the fucking queue. I'm sick of Chandler getting big names coming off losses and big names in general. Oliveira, 20 bonuses, only 1 million. Embarrassing sport. 50K each. That's crazy, right? If he got one at 300, he wasn't on it, but that was 6 bonuses worth of bonuses. Holloway got 12 bonuses worth with the 2 300Ks that he got. Aspinall can't push through injuries. No way he can push through a 5-round war. He's not going to go through a 5-round war. Jones probably beats him everywhere except for inside boxing range, which Stipe could get to. And Jones is not going to play that game with him. So he shot on Stipe more than the one shot that he took, you know. Stipe stuffed it. I don't know why. He didn't just stay on the feet because he wanted to, dude. He looked out of breath and slow in round 2. And he pulled out the spinning back kick. He did shoot on Stipe in that fight, you know. Again, the Jones fans, their arguments, yeah, they are rage bait, but there's no logic to it. There are arguments for Jones, like maybe he gets down Tom and he immediately lands in a good position off the takedown. That is huge for for Jon Jones. If he scoops up Tom against the cage and gets mount, or gets the back, or gets half guard immediately, that's interesting. But no, I don't see it. No, he didn't. He did. They don't count them as takedowns, but Jones's takedowns come from the clinch, and he shot to get a hold of Stipe in the body lock, and Stipe shook it off a lot of the time. So sure, he didn't shoot a massive double leg that got stuffed that can be seen as a failed takedowns. But he shot into the clinch a few times, and Stipe shucked him off, you know, and landed in the clinch at times as well. I wouldn't mind seeing Chandler versus FIZIEV. Nope, give Chandler a prospect on the come up. He owes the division something. We need a new name at lightweight, dude. It's all the same names. What do you think about the Charles hate right now? I'm just going to say it right now, chat. I'm a huge Charles Oliveira fan. I'm so glad he won. If Bilal had that performance, you'd all be shitting on him. Sorry. Just keeping it real. I said it during the fight. I said during the fight, if this was Bilal, I would be booing right now. I'm just saying. But I thought Oliveira's patience was good. You know what I mean? It was a good patient performance. Impression of Trump accidentally reading John's rap sheet instead of his MMA accomplishments and being surprisingly impressed by his stats. Wow, what a list of felonies. You're catching me up? What is Jones versus Stipe, the 4th highest gate in the UFC? MSG. The UFC's bigger than ever, dude. If they do a big card with a big name on it, and people assume this was going to be Jones's last fight, so a lot of fans are just like, I want to be there for the final one. And they knew Trump was going to be there, you know? There's a lot going into the card that sold it for sure. That brings a lot of the celebrities front row. Celebrities are willing to pay high amounts. I could never, chat, pay thousands for a ticket to a fight. Anyone else? If I'm rich, hell yeah. No, never. No matter how much money, I can't spend thousands on something so quick and so pay on a piece. I just can't. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. I can't do that. I know VOLK seeing John and Dana in a room together. Maybe someday I'll be more comfortable with it, but I just don't think I could ever buy a first row ticket for 6 grand, 10 grand. I just could never do that. Because I see it. Yeah, I couldn't enjoy it for the guilt. I see it as like, man, that's half my mum's paycheck a year. You know what I mean? In a way, I could never do that, I don't think. That's how I'd think. Growing up, like, damn, that's my mum's 6 months work, you know, just dropping for a few hours at a fight card. It's kind of crazy. You know, I'm out of VOLK seeing John and Dana in a room together. Impression of VOLK. There's it. What's going on in here? Ah, fucking hell. I thought you guys were religious, but you're sinning. Chandler versus Gene Silver would be such a banger. Also, only thing I worry for Tom versus Jones is the knee stomps. True. Like Max was doing to Ilya and cardio, maybe. I don't think the knee stops would be good for Jones because it would square him up and leave him in range. But what I will say is this, chat, and I'm going to keep it absolutely real with Tom. No offense. I can see Tom wincing and rolling over to like adversity because he's never faced adversity. And if it happens on the brightest lights in the biggest moment against Jon Jones, it's a hell of a time to go through adversity for the first time. Whereas Stipe's used to that in fights. He's had wars. You know what I'm saying? So him going through adversity is like, same old thing, I'll try and get up. You know what I mean? Whereas if Aspinall's like biggest fight of his career with Jon, he's been deemed to go out there and win, and he's on bottom early and Jones is landing elbows, and he's looking up at the bright lights and it's not going the way he thought, like, I would worry, you know? I would worry. That's the only weakness I can guess Aspinall would have, to be honest with you. Other than maybe, you know, his cardio's not all that, but we don't know. It's hard to know with Tom, dude. There's no footage. He just beats everyone in a minute. All right, chill out. If it ever happens, Tom versus Jones should be at a huge stadium instead of an arena. Biggest heavyweight fight in the sport. Yes, it should be in a stadium. It should be in Wembley. Get you up. Come on. Should be in Wembley, dude. Bring the roof over. Sell out Wembley. They'll probably do it in Saudi Arabia, though, and ruin the aura of it completely. Fury versus Till, who you got? I love that Tommy Fury versus Darren Till. I'll probably go with Darren Till. Just, I don't care about logic. I'm picking Darren Till. I need Till to win. I need to see Till in there with KSI, dude, and Jake Paul in that. Jon Jones could not help but put a gay spin on the Trump dance. America does not claim him. You know what was weird? You know, he was jumping like, yay, when he gave Trump the belt. Elon was there as well. You know, Elon does that on stage. And they jump like that. It's like, what are you guys doing? You autistic motherfuckers, dude. Jesus. I got the tism, and I think that's fucking like they jump around like that, you know. It's like so strange. Great week of content, man. Keep it up. Impression of Ngannou asking Aspinall, do you not dare? And Aspinall responding somewhat confused while giving him a pack of flavored toothpicks. Yeah, mate, this one's fucking fried chicken flavor, mate. Thank you for the $10. Chill out, guys. You owe us $3.3 million. Alhamdulillah. No, you're going to give us the money or we're going to kill your family. Inshallah. I don't understand this money thing, brother.